Hey folks, welcome back to Finance Fridays. I'm your host, Lucas Ballahood with Coldwell Banker RMR Real Estate and the Ballahood Group. I'm joined again today by my esteemed host, Alexandra Job with RBC. Alex, how are you doing this fine? Well, it's a Thursday today that we're recording. We usually do these on a Wednesday, but how are you doing this week?
It's been a busy week, and it's probably because I've planned a family vacation. I'm going away next week on Thursday, and we've always said in our family, you book a trip and you get swamped with work. So
Yeah,
it'll
I
be
think I find that in my business too. We went away last year and I
just
got a
before
bunch of calls. It's like, how can you enjoy yourself when you're away? But it seems to be the theme,
I'm
I
leaving
think.
it. I'm leaving it behind. My work will be in good hands, and I'm going to relax in a week.
That's awesome. Where are you guys going?
Florida.
Oh, perfect. Well, it's perfect time of year.
Yeah, looking
Oh,
forward to it.
wonderful. Well, Alex, I wanted to just get together today and chat a little bit about, what's been going on the last year, right? We're getting close to the end of January. We've done some reporting on, 2002 as an overall year, and sort of how things changed, and obviously the landscape in real estate and lending has changed quite a bit. We saw a peak in the average price that I've seen in my lifetime here back in February. And a lot of people are really, today as you're connecting with people, seeing how their holidays went and things like that, you're catching up and real estate comes up in the conversation and people are concerned like, wow, where are interest rates going to go? How are people going to survive
Mhm.
and afford their home? And how can you buy in this market? Look what's going on. And the news saying it's
Yeah.
tanking. And
Mhm.
I mean, looking back at it, we certainly had a quiet December, like without a doubt. It was our first sort of regular holiday that we felt in 2 years. So, no doubt that things really quieted down there. But
Mhm.
talking about like affordability and the concerns with that, how that was a question I want to ask you today. And I gave you some homework obviously before our call here. I wanted
Yeah.
to know a little bit more about, how do you compare affordability of a home today? I guess we're using more or less December's average numbers. But how does it compare if we were looking to buy a home right now versus when, if someone was trying to buy a house last February when in Durham region overall, the average sale price back then was almost $1,300,000 or $1,228,000 actually was the specific number. But today I want to look at what if we were to buy a home in Oshawa, a detached house in Oshawa. Oshawa is generally if you talk about affordability, where that those lower price points have come in overall, comparing the different cities in Durham region. So I want to look at if someone's trying to buy a detached house in Oshawa back in
Yeah.
February from last year compared to today, what the numbers kind of look like and
Yeah.
where we
I
go,
have that. I
how does
have
that
that.
look?
Have it to share today. So bear with me. I'm going to do a share screen here and pull this up. Uh,
Oh, our technological
there we
skills shall be
go.
tested.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So what I prepared, like you said, for an Oshawa home, we'll get this on the screen here. The
There
price,
we go.
can you see it all? Yeah.
I do. And now, actually, what we had to just to give people some context here, we're going to be comparing the average price of a detached property in Oshawa at that t point in time
Right.
versus what you would have required for a down payment and what the mortgage would have looked like as a result, and then sort of your monthly payments with those given factors and the interest rates, right? So,
Right.
just to tee this off here, the average price in February in Oshawa for a detached last year, February last year, was $1,218,000 and change. So we're going to use the round number of 1,200,000 for this exercise. And in December, it was 840,000. And just to keep things as a round number, we're going to use 850 as a purchase price. So our for a down payment, I think we've got a 20% here just to keep things comparable. And sort of what our mortgage looks like. So where is that? Explain this to us, Alex, because I'm
Yeah.
hijacking your lesson
Okay.
here.
Luke is getting so excited. In our February view here, if you were to buy a detached home in Oshawa at the 1.2 and your 20% down payment, your mortgage would have ended up being about 960,000. Compared to December, if you were getting the same house or close to it at 850 with the 20% down, you're carrying a mortgage of 680. So a significant swing there in price and borrowing. But we also know that interest rates have changed dramatically. So just to give you some context, if you were carrying that mortgage of 960 on a 30-year AM on a 3-year fixed rate of 2.99 then your monthly carrying cost would have been just over, now I've got something in the way here, just over $4,032 a month, compared to that less expensive house now because the prices have come down. Yes, at a higher interest rate. But look at the monthly carrying costs, right? It's almost $200, $177 a month difference. So we have
Yeah.
these clients that maybe we're looking. Well, if they were looking then, hopefully they're still looking now if they didn't secure a property. And I hope that they're looking at it like the affordability, although rates have changed. Yes, you want to make sure you're pre-qualified before you're out looking for those homes, and check with your real estate agent about the value of your house if you have a home to sell as well, because you really want to be on top of it and you want to have a realistic expectation as to what your proceeds of your sale will be. Like we always do those, what if scenarios and give a range. Yes, we'd love to get X amount of dollars, but what if we get this amount? We want to know that we'll be able to put that down payment when we go and buy that $850,000 house and that you're falling within your pre-qualified range. But I thought that was quite interesting. If you were in the market then, you can hopefully still be in the market now as our prices have dropped and hopefully inventory continues to increase.
Yeah, I certainly expect inventory will continue to go up. I know they're trying to build homes and add new starts as fast as they can all over the place. You're seeing condo buildings flying up everywhere as well, all across the GTA here. So hopefully that trend does continue in terms of what we can expect here this year. That was one of the things that was so incredible about the last 2 years was just the fact that demand was so high.
Mm.
Although, the number of it seemed like inventory was short. It was just because there were so many people in the market. There were over 14,000 sales in 2021, and interest rates started rising in February last year, right when we hit that peak month. And over the course of the year, only 9,800 homes, almost 9,900 homes sold. So that was, a good 30% drop year over year in terms of activity. And that's the wild thing, I guess, not to say wild thing, but a factor of that is the mortgage rates have gone up. It's harder for people to qualify to afford a home right now if you're in that entry level number or market maybe. But I think that's probably the biggest thing that's contributed to the lack of activity. But you know, it is what it is at this point. We'll see things rebound over the course of as interest rates start to come down this year, right? I think we're headed for another small increase next week, are we not?
I'm hearing, yeah, so I get economic updates and I'm hearing talk of 25 basis points. So hopefully it's no more than that and then we can just hold off.
Yeah, well, and I think at last I checked as well, inflation has started to go down over the last couple of months. In October, it was around 6.9%. And just checking, preparing for our call here, it was I saw 6.3 as the latest number. So that's positive. And if that means we're headed for a 25-point increase, maybe we're going to see something. Maybe we'll see it hold off the next one, which I think may be in April. But anyways, that's earlier than that. What am I talking about? I feel like it's the year started to fly by already. It's been such a busy start to January here, but I think that's really great exercise for us to see that affordability on a monthly payment basis,
Yeah.
has actually gone down to favor us a little bit more. But again, maybe trying to move up in the market might be a little bit more challenging, depending on how much equity you're going to get out of that property you're selling. It's certainly going to have some impact, but the market is holding up strong. We were showing some figures even as well that as although prices have been trending down, they've actually since around June they've been holding right around $900,000, 20, $30,000 on either side of that line. And that's a good 6 months worth of data. So it's holding up okay so far, and we'll see how things roll out into the spring market here into March and April.
Well, thank you for always keeping us informed on what's happening in the market. I think it's just great that you are a wealth of knowledge and always on top of what's happening.
Well, thanks, Alex. I know that you're someone who I talk to on a regular basis. So, I've I trust you and RBC with my clients, and that's why we do this every couple of weeks, and trying to share more information with people so they
No,
can
you're great.
keep updated. Now, obviously, if you're going to be going away in a couple of days here, are we going to be doing a recording from Florida? Are you going to be on the beach in some sunshine, or what?
I'm not committing. I am not committing to that. You're flying solo, bud.
Uh, well, I guess I'll have to come up with some of my own material next time. But Alex, thanks for joining me this week. And those of you viewing us, thanks for joining. You'll find all of our contact at the end of this video here, and we certainly look forward to joining you again in a couple of weeks. So until then, bye for now.